It's about time for us to take the news update. And it was a day of anger at South Africa-owned businesses in Nigeria, especially here in Lagos State, over xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Worst hit is ShopRite at the Novare Mall in Lekki, which was invaded by protesters who threw down items from shelves. Police were called in, and in trying to put things under control, one person was shot dead. There were protests at other ShopRite outlets in Lagos as well. The one at the Ikeja City Mall was peaceful. The protesters carried placards to show their displeasure over the attacks on foreigners in South Africa. And a lone demonstrator went into ShopRite in Surulere to protest. Condemnations to the xenophobic attacks have been growing. President Muhammadu Buhari announced that he's sending a special envoy to meet with President Cyril Ramaphosa as he seeks an end to the attacks on Nigerians. The special envoy is expected to arrive in Pretoria on or before Thursday. And Vice President of Nigeria, Yemi Osinbajo, has condemned the attacks, insisting that such is unacceptable and should not be condoned by any country.
It is very sad and very unfortunate that the lives and livelihoods of Nigerians living in South Africa is once again being destroyed with such wantonness and with such carelessness and recklessness. It's very, very sad indeed. But again, this is all contrary even to the very ideas that all of the great leaders of South Africa fought for, including the current president. You know, this level of bigotry, this sort of bigotry is just terrible and is so completely unacceptable.
South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has also called for calm and condemned the destruction of foreigners' interests by his citizens. President Ramaphosa says the action is a violation of the values and principles that define the democracy of his country.
In the past few days, on foreign nationals that have taken place in many parts of our country are an affront to the aspirations of our forebears who drafted our Freedom Charter. These attacks are a violation not only of the rights of the individuals who are affected, but also of the values and the principles that define our democracy. We must condemn in no uncertain terms such behavior without any hesitation. It is not acceptable that any one of us as South Africans can go out and attack people from other countries because they come from other countries. It cannot be acceptable.
The Chief of Army Staff says the killing of police operatives and civilians in Taraba State by troops is unhealthy for the Army's operations. Lieutenant General Tukuro Buratai disclosed that investigations have been concluded and soldiers found guilty will be punished.
Unfortunately, incidents such as the recent one at Ibi in Taraba State, which generated intense media comments, are not healthy for the smooth cooperation and operation of our security forces. Investigations of the incident have been concluded and decisive actions will be taken to ensure it never happens again.
In Rivers State, the Economic and Financial Commission says it has arrested 2 more key suspects linked to the internet fraud. Now, its Port Harcourt Zonal Office disclosed this while giving an update on the recent collaboration with the Federal Bureau of Investigation to crack down on cybercrime. Uche Okoro reports.
In the last 8 months, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission says it has arrested 105 suspects for alleged cybercrime-related offenses in the South alone and has so far secured 32 convictions in court. Now, partnership with FBI in the United States has led to the arrest of 2 more suspects in Port Harcourt, Rivers State and Owerri, Imo State.
The Port Harcourt Zonal Office of the EFCC is working seriously on 13 different cases of cyber crimes in collaboration with the FBI. Among the cases are those of recently arrested duo of Ogbonna Atao Karito, who is formerly based in London, United.
And that's all we can take on the news update for this hour. The weather update is up next.